My name is Ras Tariq, aka Baba Tariq Oduno, aka Baba Oduno. I want to thank Ras Gracie, the family, the Lion's Voice, and it is time appropriately for the Lions to tell our story, where our noble ancestors will be honored. And we know that we have not been a negligible factor in the history of our story in the world. Thank you very much. There is no culture without agriculture. And without agriculture, I don't even want to think about it. Peace.
Greetings, this is Warrior King, and the time has come for the lions and the lioness to tell their own story. This is the lion's voice. Give thanks and praise for the wonderful blessing that's been poured on me. Give thanks and praise. Jah use I as an instrument to set the people free. Jah give her the powers to chant. Jah give her the powers to chant. Rastafari, the lion's voice.
Yes, this is Tippy I. The time has come for the Lions to tell our own story. You're listening to the Lion's Voice vlog. Respect and love from St. Croix VI to the world. Rastafari.
What do you have to tell the people about Ras Tafari?
Hi to the world. The king of kings and the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. And left himself, first rightful ruler. Hey yo! Yeah, hear them high, hear the black king on the 23rd of July. So tell them guy who praise God up in the sky, it's a lie. The Almighty living on your night. From ancient time them a try. Them Romans know them just open to them suit and ties. Criminals ain't got no alibi, they stole my people. Then them comes without them genocide.
Are you talking about slavery?
Them couldn't kill. The lion will come conquer Judah tribe. Go to tribulation, and I strive, see sufferation, and I still rise. That's why we tell them in America, live Rastafari in every ghetto area. We come if you tell them in a Toronto, straight at Italy.
That being said, this episode we are looking at some of the things I see circulating in the WhatsApp chat about what's happening right now. This channel is about the building of Zion, but we are in the information age where information is circulating across the four corners of creation, and we want to talk about it because this is not a fantasy channel, meaning that we know that there are people who seek to destroy Africa, Africa liberation, all of these things, the building of Zion that we're talking about. There's a reason why it hasn't happened. There's a reason why when Haile Selassie sat on the throne, that the earth didn't transform into an Edenic paradise one time. If he was unopposed, if there were no nefarious characters, the world would have transformed into an Edenic paradise. However, there are forces that are trying to destroy what we're doing, and we want to make sure that the family, we are aware that these things are happening in real life. And we want to just take a look at them. And, some of them, these are theories that are out there. We did some additional research just to find some additional facts on some of the things. We're going to use them according to fair use. I don't know the source, but I think the content of what the people are saying bears, witness so that we can reason on it as the Lion Pride and that we have an awareness. There is a thing called population control agenda. I am a firm believer in that. I can't show you cited sources, and I have to say this very clearly. I'm an attorney, so we have to be responsible. We come on these platforms, so we have to. But the reasoning, I am Rastafari, I'm a Naya Bingi man, so we can have the reasoning, up in the heights, looking at what's happening and see what we can, how does it inform what we're doing. And for the attacks and these things, we fight not flesh and blood. but principalities and powers, spiritual wickedness in high and low places. These are things that we learn coming into the chart, and they are so applicable because really, as individuals, it's daunting. We cannot go up against the military might of those who, and you'll see in the clips, what they're doing in terms of all kind of things. And even when we read the book of Revelation, for those who take it to a biblical foundation, you see that there were angels with vials pouring out plagues and pestilence and all of these things. And when you see all the biological labs, this, that, being inflicted on the people intentionally, it's not difficult to draw the correlation between what the prophets saw up in the heights and how it manifests, how it's executed on the physical reality within this realm. So all of these things, I think, as the lion pride, because remember, this is I tribe that we're cultivating here. This section of the internet is very niche. So we're going to make sure that the lion pride, we're all on the same page that we know when we're talking about the building of Zion. It's not a fantasy. We think that everybody's going to be trying to help us and, we're going to be skipping. And this is why for the young brethren, because the channel is 95% male, this is why the discipline is so important. This is why the diligence is so important, because in order to cut through all of these principalities and power, you really have to embody that Haile Selassie discipline and trod right now. Focus on your purpose, manifest your purpose. Don't get distracted out in the streets, wasting time doing this and that, and really seek to manifest, because if you're an instrument in the building of Zion, which I all pray that we are, and that's what we work toward daily, is to be useful in this building, because we want to see this manifestation. There's no guarantees as a living being. Worse, you're in the West, in the heart of Babylon. I tell Rastafari brethren all the time, I've been to Africa. If the doors close tomorrow and nobody in the West don't get to travel Africa fine. Rastafari is there. Everything Africa needs is within her. Is the grace and the mercy and the tenderness of Mama make her reach out her hands and say, come, we can take, all who hunger, to return. Come home. So we have to be very diligent in terms of pursuing this aim. This is a repatriation channel. We will be bringing the fullness and the reality of repatriation on the channel. We're going to be starting to interview some of our brethren on the continent, so stay tuned for that on Lion Talk. Exclusive interviews with brethren who have returned home and brethren who born and raised on the continent. That's going to start shortly. We have so much.
Yeah, I'm a Gideon. Cataclysmic forces, good over evil. Yeah, for the ghetto youth, worldwide. Yeah. I see the youths nowadays, they growing up. Wanna know the truth, they wanna know what's up. They got no fear now, they'll call you bluff. They asking questions cause they had enough. Why? Some gone astray cause times is tough. Some walk with the machine, ready to bust. I'ma give you when things get dangerous. Down in the ghetto, things get dangerous. On the battlefield, things get dangerous. Them carry RPG, M16. Got a problem to wipe out your whole team. For American dream, them get scandalous. Them put us into the ghetto, try abandon us. Cause we the remnant of the first sons of Kush. Warrior tribes, we not the ones that push. Just look into them history, see we rebellious. That's cause them systems so unjust. Take the shackles and chains, change them to handcuffs. Release your physical frame, them want your brain. Them a vampire looking for blood to drain. Haile Selassie come and break every chain. Bob Marley tell them, now we tell them again, yo. We tell them this ain't a game, but this a Armageddon, you got to mentally train. Yeah, I tell them this ain't a game, or this is heaven on earth, or go burn in the flames. Yeah, I tell them this ain't a game, I say I gotta play your hate, cause some things gotta change. I tell them this ain't a game, but this a time for African people to rise. I tell them, earthquake, hurricane, tornado, the wind blows and bring the rains. I got the whole west coast in flames, melt the Arctic poles and flood the seas. Hurricane force winds blow down the trees, whole earth feel the pain when the bombs release. Read your psalms, release David prophecies. Marcus Garvey said look to the east. Rastafari's the Prince of Peace, and Haile Selassie I come conquer the peace, yo. They trap the youths with them luxuries to get the ladies. Gotta drive Mercedes, people killing babies, try to keep us down with AIDS. We descended from kings, now we surround with plague. Man, I kill them brother man to drive the Escalades. I can't stand Babylon and all the mess they made. Teach the youths that them best when them rest in the grave. Wolf trick the lion, got the lion a shade. Can't reach Mount Zion unless you learn to behave. Got to stand firm cause these is perilous days. I tell them, we tell them this ain't a game, but this a Armageddon, you got to mentally train. Yeah, I tell them this ain't a game, or this is heaven on earth, or go burn in the flames. Yeah, I tell them this ain't a game, I say I gotta play your hate cause some things gotta change. I tell them this ain't a game, or this a time for African people to rise. I tell them, hey yo, I gotta play your hate, I gotta tell these players now's not the time to play. Some say that they got no time to pray, some just say that this is the last days. Yo, the devil wanted us to go astray, took us from our lands millions of miles away. Got us to stay focused on material things and never teach the ghetto youth that they descend from kings. Got us to trade away your life for ice and some rims. Rubber Babylon, them got your mind a spin. Can't lose, right now's the time to win.